Hey everyone, welcome back to the watch party. Don't shoot the messenger, but there is a theory going around on social media that says Steve Harrington will die in episode 5, and I don't like it any more than you do. Before we dive into today's theory breakdown, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want more Stranger Things content, and as always,
we stick together, no matter what.
This is your spoiler warning. Now let's get into it. There's a theory making the rounds that Steve might not make it out of episode 5 alive. But before we dive into this, let me break down the theory and then I'll share my personal opinion at the end. So episode 5 is titled Shock Jock, which fans have theorized could have two meanings. It could refer to a radio host, or it could refer to a jock getting shocked, which is where the theory about Steve comes into play. The theory is that Steve is going to have to climb the radio tower again in a heroic moment, just like he did in episode 1, but this time it's to fix a bigger problem that must be done to help save everyone. And since he's already been up there, he volunteers to do it.
What is it about your presence that brings out their inner Neanderthal?
While he's up there, the Mind Flayer, as we see in the trailer, is going to start climbing the tower as well, and turns the power back on. This causes a surge, and that surge hits Steve, ultimately knocking him off the tower and leading to his death. Fans believe this would serve as the culmination of Steve's redemption arc, going from jerk to the protector and big brother we know him as now. His growing selflessness, especially with his bond with Dustin, makes it feel like he's come a long way. And if you are familiar with horror movie tropes, characters who start to show a lot of growth and foreshadow their heroic moments often meet tragic ends. So does Steve's arc lead to his death in episode 5? Let's talk about the foreshadowing fans have pointed out. In the first episode, there's a scene where Jonathan and Steve race to the top of the radio tower to fix a malfunction.
Voltage! Unless you want to fry.
Yeah, I know.
Robin tells Steve to turn off the voltage, as he forgot to on his way to the ladder. Some fans think this moment might be a subtle piece of foreshadowing. The Duffers don't really include anything in the show without a reason, so why show Steve making this small mistake? Also, in the same scene, Jonathan is wearing a t-shirt that has "The Fall" written on it. The word "fall" fans have speculated is a foreshadowing that someone will fall from that tower before the season ends. Or in this case, Steve. Another big cause for concern is in the trailer scenes that we haven't seen yet. There is no clear clips of Steve after where we left him in episode 4. There is a scene of Dustin, Jonathan, and Nancy and what appears to be Steve on top of the radio tower in the Upside Down. But, what if that's not Steve at all? The person people think is Steve is holding an axe, which is the same weapon Joyce had in episode 4. And the shoes we see on the other person climbing onto the roof behind Dustin seems to also match the ones Joyce was wearing in episode 4. Could it be Joyce on the tower with them? If that's the case, could this confirm Steve's death? Personally, I think Steve survives. He's one of the most beloved characters on the show, and it would be absolutely heartbreaking for Dustin to lose two big brother figures in back-to-back seasons. We've seen how much Dustin has grown with Steve in his life, and it just feels too cruel for the show to take that away from him, especially after everything they've been through. Plus, the Duffers have said in interviews that Stranger Things isn't like Game of Thrones. They're not going to kill off characters just for shock value. So I'm holding on to hope that this is just a red herring, or a red Harrington if you will. But that being said, these clues do make me incredibly nervous going into Volume 2. I wouldn't be completely surprised if something unexpected happens. The Duffers love to throw us curveballs after all. So what do you think of this theory? Do you think Steve will survive? Or is episode 5 going to be the end of his journey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe to the watch party for more Stranger Things content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.